This is a little review on Bondo's bumper repair kit. You can buy it at AutoZone or O'Reilly's. That's where I bought mine anyway. They're about $10 and some change a piece. I've used 5 for the severity of the cracks that I had. Most people have said my bumper was junk. Tried other ways, the plastic weld shit. With it comes with rods for different plastics and bumpers, and that didn't work. It looked like it was going to, but as soon as the bumper was moved, it re-cracked right in the same spot. So that was a fail. So I decided to try this. Figured what the hell, for $10 it's worth a shot, and a lot cheaper than another $500 Cobra bumper. That got destroyed by a dumbass that had some wood in the back of his truck and some firewood, and it fell out, and the car in front of me dodged it while I hit it. Took out that bezel and fog light, and practically destroyed the bumper. Has a crack here, or had. Went all the way down and wrapped around. One here that wrapped all the way down and around, and one that came down this little support all the way down it and wrapped across here and all the way down. Did a pretty good number on it. So I watched some videos of how other people were repairing their bumpers. This is where I got that plastic weld idea from, and not saying it won't work for you, but it definitely did not work for me. But got some good ideas out of it. They talked about where the crack was, cutting it in a V with like a Dremel tool or whatever, and sanding the paint off the area, and cutting that V crack on both sides, stuff like that. So I did that. I cut a V cut on both sides of the crack, this side and on the inside, and then took my Dremel tool with, see if it'll focus, with a little bit, kind of like a router bit of some sort, and V-notched the back and the front. Then sanded it with 80 grit to get the paint and stuff off of it and give it a texture or something for the I guess epoxy to stick to. And this is a while into it. I mean, all these cracks were pretty bad, and as you can see, all I have now is a low spot here, some low spots here, and a couple here. But this crack right here was a pain in the ass, because after I V-notched it, took a lot of this, see if you can see it from over here, a lot of this body line out. I've had to rebuild it. Still not a smooth one. There's still a little hiccup right there. When I fill in these little low spots, I'll build that up some more. But after I V-notched it and sanded both sides and cleaned it, I just cleaned it with rubbing alcohol. I was trying to keep this as cost efficient as possible, or for that DIYer, so they can do it at their home like I am. So rubbed it down with the rubbing alcohol, and then I put some aluminum body tape like this. So looks like ductwork tape, but they called it aluminum body tape on the front side of it to basically hold the bumper where it needed to be, and didn't really press it in that V groove I cut. I just laid it over it, and stuff sticks really well, so it held the lines and the bumper from shifting or twisting, so it would have been off. And then I flipped it over, and then where the V cut was, I pushed epoxy in it, and then laid that mesh material down. I cut small strips of it, lay that mesh material down and laid more epoxy over it. You know, try to push it through the V-cut that's on both sides. And then let it cure for, I think it says it cures or it dry to the touch in like an hour depending on the weather. But I let it sit overnight because I really didn't think this stuff was going to work. I figured it was going to be like everything else I tried and be a waste of my time. But the next day I came out and it was pretty hard. Moved the bumper around, twisted it, flipped it, whatever, tried to see if it was going to hold up, and it didn't even budge. It was extremely strong, which I was very happy about. And then when I pulled off that aluminum tape that was on the front, which that one we were just looking at on the back side would be this one, it pushed some of that epoxy through, and it was higher than the bumper, so I went back with 80 grit and resanded it down, try to make it even with the surface, and just started filling in from there on the V-cut groove that's on the front of the bumper and any low spots, and sanded and did it again, and sanded and did it again. I've used 4 of the 5 tubes so far. If it was something like this little cut here, you could probably just get away with using 1. Cut, tear, crack, whatever you want to call it. But since, you know, I had big pieces ripped and torn out, most people said it was junk, but I said didn't want to spend $500 on another one. And it's actually worked extremely well. It's extremely tough, easy to sand to, you know, after it cures, give it the time to cure and sand it down, and it works extremely well. I'm extremely happy with it. Just have a little bit more to go and it'll be done, and after it's primed and painted, you're never gonna know it ever was broken 3 pieces. I mean, 50 bucks. I had the rubbing alcohol at the house and the sandpaper, so I mean, I really got like 50 bucks in it, and it's a lot cheaper than 500. All I've used is the epoxy bumper repair kit, the rubbing alcohol, and then the sandpaper, which I just have some regular sandpaper, nothing special. If you have any questions or want to know anything about it or whatever, just comment. This stuff worked great for me. Just remember to clean and prep your surface before. Give it every chance it's got to really doing what it says it'll do, because I did, and it works awesome. Did great. Thanks for watching.